Okay, hey y'all, what's up? So I just wanted to have some real talk with y'all as usual. I know that most of America, a lot of us in the African American community, are following this story about Kenneka Jenkins. Mom name is Miss Martin, I think Teresa. Um, you know, this is just a crazy mixed up world, and we have all these crazy allegations about her being raped, her being drugged, her being whatever. Killed, murdered, foul play. Do I believe that? 100%. Number one, you cannot say anything about the rape or the drinking or the drugs until the toxicology report comes back and the autopsy. As of now, it is what is the date today? The 12th, 13th. Sorry, y'all. So they still haven't had anything back. Let's get that right. September 13th. Okay, it's 2017, and a lot of the footage that I'm viewing, because I'm really in, like, my son knows, like, and people who know me know, when it's something that catches my spirit, I'm like on it. I feel like the girl, but she doing it for me, so I ain't gotta do it. That is on Instagram. If you can follow Kenneka's Case, I feel her 100%. Something definitely happened. And to me, in the bathroom where they're saying, you could see the dude clearly that was sitting on the bed across from the girl with the Irene, with them glasses on. You could see that was him outside of the bathroom with his whites on, his all whites, his dark jeans, and his sort of looked like a Nike or Adidas jacket, one of them light jackets, like to a old jogging suit. That was clearly him outside the bathroom door when they were in there, when she was talking about irritated. But if you listen to Monifa's voice, her voice is very clear like my voice. And for some reason, Kenneka's voice is sounding distorted. I don't know if it was done like that or what, but that did not sound like a drunken slur. However, to me, it did sound like a drugged slur. That wasn't a drunk. When a drug slur is like, like when you go visit somebody in the hospital after surgery, and that's how they sound. Oh, they're drugged. If somebody is drunk, they have more of a sloshy slur to me, like a slush there, sure. It wasn't that. It was more of a slow, groggy slur to me, as if she was drugged or there was drugs involved. That's just my opinion from being around druggards and alcoholics. Okay, so, and working with patients in mental health and hearing how they sound when they're on their meds, or they are ODing on their meds, meaning they giving them a high dosage of too much Ritalin, or too much of I can't even think of the one drug right now that's a very common drug that they had our patients or our clients on. I can't even think, but like, they just sound groggy and high. Anyway, clearly something happened and went wrong. Clearly someone put her in the freezer. That bogus story that those policemen, and I'm not trying to bring race into it, but I'm sorry, some things just are a common sense factor, and they're just facts. Who stumbled? First of all, I'm gonna be 100. We're gonna be 100. Our culture, the way we deal, the way we move, the way we do stuff is totally different than how they do it. I'm sorry. Now, maybe Caucasians would go downstairs and put one of their, yeah, dude, oh, yeah, no disrespect, but let's be real. I'm sorry, I went to all private school, and with mostly Caucasian people who were rich doctors' kids, and they got drunk and high, and that's just how they did dumb stuff. They would put you in the freezer, saying you high, and I need to cool you off, because I've heard little silly statements like that. They put her in the freezer because she was high. First of all, ain't no black people blowing it high, number one. That's number one. Number two, ain't no black people going from the 9th floor to the 1st floor looking for a kitchen or a freezer that they shouldn't even know nothing about in nobody's hotel. That's number two. Number three, we talking about black folk high on the 9th floor They're not doing all of that. They'll put you in a cold tub in the bathroom, 2 steps, 3 steps away. You high, go put her in that tub, clothes on and all, turn the cold water on, put a rag on her head, close the door, we gonna continue the party. We're not going downstairs to put you in a freezer because you high. That's just not happening, y'all. That don't even make sense. Somebody put her in that freezer. The only time some black people gonna do that is if they covering their asses. Yes. We might do that then, because we trying to get up out of there. But we ain't blowing no high just to take you downstairs and put you in the freezer because you high. You just high. You gonna get high or unhigh because we gonna leave you in a cold tub. We're not going down from the 9th floor. First of all, that's blowing my high. I'm all the way on the top. I gotta go all the way down all these flights. By that time, we exhausted because you're high. Weed makes you tired. So, how do I know? Because I used to smoke weed in my 20s. I ain't gonna tell you how old I am now. But I look good though. But seriously, no way at all is that even happening. I believe that something went totally wrong. I do believe her best friend knows everything about what went wrong. Because when I read her stories, well, I shouldn't say her stories, her statuses, she kept saying things to me from taking psychology, like I said, working with behavioral health people. She said things in her statements like, I'm telling you, but I'm not going to tell you. It's like talking in third person. So I'm like telling you without telling you, like a code, like, I should have never left you. I should have turned behind me to see where you were. It's my fault. If you don't know what happened to her, why is it your fault? And if you didn't see her no more, then why did you feel you should have turned around and you should have never left her? Where was she at that you left her? Because you said you didn't know where she was. Things like that you got to pay attention to. Because when I was reading that, I'm like, well, she's kind of telling you she's guilty without coming out saying, I did it, I set her up, or I left my homegirl with this dude so I can go be with this other dude, and she messed around and got missing. It's my fault because we should have never separated. Something. But the one thing for sure, the police have enough evidence to know, first of all, if that was an unused freezer, why was it being used? That's foul play right there. Why do y'all need to make up a story as cops that she stumbled upon the freezer and went in it? See what I'm saying? That's why I feel like it's a black and white thing right there. Why the hell would you just brush that off as she stumbled and fell into the freezer? Like she just went there. First of all, I want to know, I've stayed in over hundreds of hotels. I was a dance mom. Can y'all tell me which one of y'all ever been drunk on the first floor? We ain't gonna talk about 9 on the first floor and stumbled upon down in the kitchen on the first floor to a freezer because you was drunk. That you even went to go look for the kitchen. You might have called takeout, but are you going to the kitchen like you at the crib? And you went down your flight of stairs to the kitchen to find a bite to eat or a piece of ice? I mean, come on, y'all. Y'all, that's why I'm glad that we all making it go viral, because them cops would just have swept that stuff up under the rug, went with that old lame booty butt story. And who goes for that? Who accepts that? Ain't nobody toe up. First of all, why do you even know where the hotel kitchen freezer in the kitchen is anyway? Why do you even know that? So for her to stumble across that, why would she know that? Why would that even be an important factor? We don't know where the food comes from. We just believe that it comes from a kitchen and we order room service. I mean, I just totally feel some type of way of the buffoonery and the stupidity of how the investigation started. First of all, instantly, when the cops found out that that was an unused freezer and it happened to be turned on with her body, and it should have already automatically been dusted for prints. Because if it's unused, that means that nobody should have been touching it in no time. There should be no fresh prints on no knobs, no dowels, or no dough. Did they? I haven't heard anything yet. Maybe they're keeping that under wraps. That could be a secret part of their investigation they don't want to tell. I would hope so. Because why would you not dust for prints? That should have been the first thing. Wait a minute. If this hasn't been used, y'all saying y'all haven't used this in so many amount of weeks, months, days, shouldn't be no fresh prints on there. Somebody had to turn the freezer on. Some prints should have been somewhere. Was that done? shoddy investigations if it wasn't. Okay, then after that, even with her friend's situation, looking at all the different stuff that's going on in news feeds and all of that, and all the drugs and the traffic, I mean, that's suspicious enough. And if she did die by accident somewhere else, you still abused a corpse. Let's hold them for that. Because why did you move her? And why did you put her in the freezer? You was preserving her body so nobody could smell it and nobody can see it. Y'all, definitely something strange. Definitely something inside. Definitely something's up. Because nobody, I haven't spoken to one person that I've asked, hey, you ever stayed at the Marriott? I'll just ask random questions because anybody know me, that's me. Yeah, I stayed at the Marriott. Hey, you ever been in their kitchen when you stayed, or did you ever go to their kitchen order or anything? Huh? What, kitchen? Why would I go? No, I mean, you ain't never like just came from your hotel room and just started walking down the hall trying to figure out where their kitchen was so you could go look in their freezer. They like, who? What? No, can't you go to jail for going in there? Like, why would you be, stealing food out there free? Like, that's the reaction of people. Because it makes no freaking sense, people. Somebody put that baby in there. Period. Hands down. That is enough right there to start an investigation. Ain't nobody drunk stumbled across no freezer. First of all, why in the heck would you know where their kitchen is? So I'm just going to continue to follow this case, and I will continue to do little blogs about it because it's clearly irritated me that this has happened. I don't know which little girl it was who I seen in some footage. She had the knives in her hand, and the police was coming to get her and handcuffed her and all of that. Who was that? Can somebody tell me? Leave me a comment, because I don't know who that child was, but I know she was broke down. Down, broke all the way down. And she was crying and she was saying something, and I don't know. So some people said that was the Monifa girl. I don't know, because she was so broke down. Face, I don't know who she was, but all I know is them babies, Irene, Monifa, whoever that mother two little girls was, they ain't gonna be able to rest. Somebody gonna come forward. I hope that they do. And I hope they can't rest. Because if you know what happened to that girl, y'all need to let that mama rest her mind. Rest her mind, because the hardest part I can only imagine for a parent is not the knowing, the why, the what, the whens, and the how. That's so crazy, especially when you entrusted her with so-called friends, and y'all used my girl, my baby, transported y'all in my car to get to the party, and she the one to end up dead. So I let her use my car to transport y'all to her death. Seriously? And y'all don't know nothing? I would be on fire. And yes, I would be wanting to slap people's kids. Especially if they best friends. You done broke bread. You done boo-booed on my toilet. You done ate at my tail. You probably done snotted up a few tissues at my crib about a boy or something going on. And you mean to tell me my baby gone? Y'all have my car. Y'all have her phone. Y'all have my keys. And don't nobody know nothing? Nobody. Baby, listen. This world and this stuff is crazy. Anybody who have a daughter, it can happen to anyone. I don't care if your daughter is so good and so innocent, got her head on straight. It don't even got to be. I'm sure she probably had her head on straight too. Just want to live a little bit of life. Go out a little bit like most young people too. Who would ever thought that your friend would leave you hanging? We come together, we lead together. That's how we was raised. You know, we got whooped if we came back without someone. We got whooped. I don't care if we was 16. We got jumped on, for real. Where's she at? Oh, you came back without her? Oh, we about to all go find where she at. Got her drugged out the boy's house, drug out a boy's car, and guess what? We all got beat up. All of us, because we left one behind. We didn't play that. We're getting raised up. I don't know what is going on, but I'm a young mom, but an old school mom, and I don't mind saying it and doing it. Y'all come back by yourselves if y'all want to. And it's on. I put a little boy, he would never let us stay back at my house anymore. He'd call himself, gonna leave out my house at 8 o'clock in the morning without saying bye. And I don't know, y'all don't even know you left my house. I don't care what kind of practice you got in the morning. You come tell me you left my premises because if something happened to you between my house and the school, and I don't even know you gone, you ain't gonna have that on me. I don't care what your mom let you do. And my mom, I don't care. You ain't with your mama. You with his mama. And guess what? You need to inform me you leaving my house. Oh, she can't stay out of my house no more. He too grown. You ain't got to tell nobody where you go. I don't care what your mama let you do. Especially today, we really need to reinforce some old school rules. These people is nuts. So, everybody keeps saying, R.I.P. Kenneka, R.I.P. That baby ain't resting in no peace. She want us to know what happened to her. Then she can rest in peace. I believe that baby's spirit is just not resting. That was crazy. This is crazy. So y'all follow Kenneka's Case on Instagram. She posts a lot of good stuff. And a lot of stuff, I'm with her. Some stuff is like, okay. But most of it, I really 100% filler. So y'all remember, this world is crazy. Continue as hard as it can be some days to try to be the light in somebody else's darkness. Because it's dark out here, y'all. Some dark souls. And remember, I'm always praying for you, boo. This is just some real talk. Respectfully. Prayers to the Martin family, her mama especially, her sister. Respectfully, Monty.